Alrighty, I think we got time for a bit of a quickie, but consider it the calm before the storm, because after this, like, up until now we've been doing like really small tweaks and little tiny bug patches, but after this update, I'm gonna start kind of hitting it hard and releasing some bigger updates. First of all, we need to add the usernames to the VIP room list. These are the names of the people who won the 2023 meme contest, but there's one person who hasn't gotten back to me with their username yet, or if they have, I completely missed it and have forgotten, or both. But there is one name that I can add, and this is actually a very simple script, so I wanted to show you how it worked. The teleporter for the VIP room is literally right here. I'm not putting it here, oh gosh. I'm not putting it here to hide it, because if a non-VIP player steps on it, it still won't work for them anyway. I'm just putting it there so that it's completely out of the way so the VIPs can't walk on it by accident. But that's where it is. It's in this corner behind this equipment in the spawn room. So here's basically how it works. Let me move my camera viewfinder out of the way. So this is the list of accepted players. This has to be their Roblox, I can't remember what they're called. Whichever one isn't their display name, that's what it has to be. This is also back when I started signing my scripts, even though no one else would, like, read them. This is a list of accepted players, and it has this loop where... Yeah, so it's got a for loop, and it iterates through this list, starting at 1, and ending at however many players are actually in the list. And each iteration, it checks if the parent of the part that touched the teleporter, if its name matches whatever item is being looked at during each iteration. I feel like I'm only good at explaining things when I'm not on camera, and when I turn my camera on, then all of that just goes away. For example, like, if I touch it as me, Neo1996 or Catulus, it will iterate through this list only once and find out that my name matches this name on the list. But if it didn't, like if I were playing as a guest, like if guests were still a thing, it would check it against this, and it would say, no, it doesn't match that, then it would check it against that, no, it still doesn't match, and it would just keep doing that until it gets to the end of the list. Which is convenient because, all this to say, all we need to do to add new VIPs is to just add one to this list up here, and that's the only bit of code we actually need to change. There we are. In the server, that's the winner of, the second place winner of the meme contest, who made, I'm getting to it, this meme. This is actually the first one that I saw, because it's the first one that was uploaded to the meme contest channel, and I actually love it a lot. That's Fizzy Soda, and they're there. I don't think ABCD has gotten back to me on what his Roblox username is, but as soon as he does, I'll just add it. But I wanted to show you guys because it's pretty short, pretty straightforward script. So I'll go ahead and add a check mark. Now I want to fix the 3 ghost trigger upstairs because it's been broken for quite some time. It's been made fun of a lot, mainly by Fostrate, but that's okay. I think to fix this is the trigger, isn't it? Oh, there is a whoosh sound. Oh, I completely forgot about that. We've basically done this before. This is basically, if you guys remember back when we fixed the door bang sound effect where it would play more than once if you hit the trigger rapidly over and over again. It's basically the same type of thing as that. I think all we really need to do is say script.disabled equals true. Can this happen only once per server? Oh no, this gets regenerated, doesn't it? Yeah, it's part of the groups that gets regenerated. That's stupid. I mean, it wasn't stupid back then because I didn't know how to make cooldowns. Wait, functional microwave? How functional is it? So this is something that gets regenerated. I think... I don't really need this. I think that it will still play out this logic. I think script.disabled, I think what that does is it stops the script from being activated. See, I think that's really all we need. I'll go ahead and test it, but I want to be careful because last time I tested things and spawned myself in, I forgot to remove the spawn, or actually put the spawn locations back. So I accidentally published changes where there was a spawn location like in a place that revealed spoilers. Yeah, so I built a whole bunch of new stuff and forgot to remove the spawn location that I made for it. So anyone who joined just spawned in the new area. Okay, so there they are. Yeah, that's all I needed to do. That's okay. That's all I needed to do, but there's one thing that I kind of also want to do, which is I want to make this only have a chance of happening, because I want to kind of eliminate the concept of scripted events. And by scripted events, I mean like you go to a certain place or you do a certain action, something will happen without like any question about it. So I want there to be a lot more chance involved, so that some players might see events in certain areas and other players won't. Like, I think the biggest example I can think of, like, of scripted event would be right here. Once you click the green button, a ghost will appear here, without question. Which means that every player who clicks that button and looks out this window will see this ghost. And I kind of want to eliminate that, because I feel like that makes it more like a funhouse kind of attraction, rather than like an immersive simulation of visiting a location that's actually haunted. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I need my dice. Actually, you know what? Since this is supposed to be quick, it's getting late, my wife's going to be home soon, I want to make this as fast as possible, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Here we are. Dice, this is what I need. We'll get to this in probably the next episode, or one of the future episodes. What we're going to do in one of the next few episodes is we're going to add some poltergeist activity, like stuff moving around and stuff, or having a chance of moving around. So I'll explain all of this script logic in more detail once we get there. Basically, all you need to know, first of all, I need to make all these local. Does Roblox have like type ahead? Meaning like you can select multiple lines and like make the same changes on all of them at once. It probably does, but I don't know how to do that. I know Notepad++ has that, but basically what this does is it locate, well, I should actually probably show you in the lighting. Where is the lighting? So I got a folder here called dice. These are basically just dice sets, and these are kind of what determine how rare things are. So it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, how you've got all those special dice that have like up to like 20 bazillion sides or whatever. I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons. I want to, but I haven't. It's kind of like that. So different like dice types have fewer or more sides. So that's how I determine how rare an event should be. So in this case, we're getting the rare one. What's the medium one like? It's a 1 in 10 chance for the medium dice. I think I want it to be more common than that. What's the common? I think that's 6. Yeah. So that's just a normal dice that you can get at Walmart. So I think I'll swap this out and say common. And just like that, I've switched the code from looking at this dice set to that dice set, but everything else is going to be the same, so I can just keep that. It gets all these properties of the dice set. Mainly, this just like refers to the dice set to make these variables easier to declare. So it gets the minimum number you can roll, the highest number you can roll, and what the number should be in order for the event to happen, which in this case is 1. Oh, there's actually logic missing from this. So what I'm going to say is local roll, and this happens every time it's important to put it under the onTouched function so that it gets a new random number every time it's touched. Otherwise, it will be the same randomly generated number per server, and it won't generate a new one ever until the server ends. So local roll equals math dot... What is wrong with my fingers? The math dot random. Min roll should be the lowest number. Max roll should be the highest. So what this does is it actually rolls the dice. So what I need to say instead is if the rolled number that gets generated is equal to the target, then do all this. For the time being though, I'm just gonna say print roll, because I want to see what it is just for debugging purposes. I want to make sure it actually works. I don't think it'll take all that many tries to get to 6, but I've probably jinxed myself now that I've said that. Okay, so it's kind of working. Oh, it was actually the first try. I guess I didn't jinx it. Yeah, it kind of works, but the problem is there's no mechanism to like stop it from rolling a whole bunch of times as you rapidly touch it. So like part of my body touches it, it rolls, then another slightly different part of my body touches it, then it rolls again. Which basically means the chances of not getting 1 are very slim. So I basically just need to say, I need an else statement is what I need. Else script dot disabled equals true. And I don't need to worry about re-enabling the script because I've got a regen script that will basically just regenerate the entire event. And I don't know how often it does that though. So now, yeah, now you can see it just rolled 4. And it won't roll anything again until the script regenerates. So my loyal community, please keep an eye on this event and make sure that it actually still happens, which is going to be hard because it's going to be a lot more rare than it used to be. I feel like adding the entire country of France would actually take me a lot longer than it took me to do that. Alright, so now I just need to add the meme to the spawn room, and that should be pretty easy. I think I can just take this frame, it's about the same resolution. So I want to put it like, where do I want to put it? I'll put it right here where the light is best. Wow, these aren't even grouped, that's awful. Shame on my past self. So here we've got the decal. I want to switch to, oh, my images, I guess I renamed it, that's right. Meme contest winner, thank you for not moderating that, Roblox, I appreciate that. And face it to the right. Yes, that's very nice. Perfect. But now what I want to do is I want to make it clear I did not make this meme and make it clear why it's here. So I'm probably going to add like a surface GUI here. I might need a thicker frame in order to make this more readable, but for now I'll try a surface GUI. And just to make it easier, I'm going to just copy and paste this one. I don't know if that'll actually make it easier or not, but ideally it should. Oh, I'm silly. I'm being silly. I'm being very silly. There we go. Perfect, okay. I'm not the best at GUIs, I'll admit. I don't want this to be the Sharpie or permanent marker font or whatever it is, even though the font tends to reset itself for some reason. Fundamento looks kind of cool, it's a little bit too gothic. Highway Gothic, that looks kind of nice. And Consolata, oh, it looks too programmy. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Callum, I don't know if I'm pronouncing anything right. Let's see, 2023 meme contest winner. Credit, actually, hang on. There we go. Boop. I want a longer dash. Goes to, I think he prefers to be called Fostrate because that's what he calls himself. Oh, that is just the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. So that's actually done. That's all we needed to do. So yeah, there we are. That's the update. Alright, so that's very nice. I think what I might do is just add like a gallery. I know it doesn't make sense, like in the context of, you know, the structure of the asylum, because this is, if you didn't know, this is supposed to be like a storage area where they had a whole bunch of extra like beds and stuff and wheelchairs, and the paranormal investigators just cleared that out and made that kind of the area where they would set up shop here. I feel like I should add maybe some more equipment as well. For a building this big, I feel like there'd be more equipment. But what I should do, instead of like shooting in the dark, is actually do more research on like how real paranormal investigators do their work. That might be a good idea. In the meantime, that's the update. I'm thinking about putting like a gallery right here where I can put all the memes. For now, that's the update. So thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned because we've got a lot of exciting stuff planned in the future, including making new areas, including the ending area as soon as I figure out what kind of layout I want for that. Fixing the problem of players getting stuck underneath the elevator and getting crushed by the elevator because they can't get out. Adding, which is actually a lot more exciting than it sounds, adding new like ghosts, like changing what the ghosts look like to make them scarier and make the game less boring. Adding more paranormal activity as well, like more poltergeist activity. I want to do a lot more with like physics. I want to eventually add like an entire physics system to the game. So yeah, that'll be fun, and I can't wait for that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this really quick video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.